We are going to attempt a passive range hold, which is a FRC or Kinstretch technique in maximum spine flexion. So this goes down the rabbit hole of this concept that we need to train spine strength out of neutral. I think we know neutrality is just a transition state. Life is not a lot about neutral, but when we train core, we're often trying to build that perfect cylinder. So important to start with that, but then you've got to take it out of neutral. And most importantly, this FRC Kinstretch concept, that we need to bridge the gap between the motion we have passively and the motion that we can control and access actively. If we don't have the strength and our brain isn't intelligent enough to control those joints, so proprioception, kinesthetic awareness, you're going to create protective tension. I want you to find maximum flexion. So you are in quadruped, hands are underneath your shoulders, press your entire hand into the ground, not letting it roll out to the outside. Knees are under your hips, toes are tucked. Tuck your head, tuck your tailbone, and go into maximum flexion. So freeze there, and I want you to think there are 17 segments from your pelvis to the base of your neck. Imagine my fingers at each one and make sure you give me maximum rounding and flexion. So you're pressing your hands into the ground. You are doing the biggest abdominal crunch that you can. You can breathe out, use your ab wall, and maximally flex. The challenge is, can you now come up off of your knees and not lose any of that flexion? Check yourself on your phone, in a mirror, and take inventory again. Maximum flexion, and if you are in maximum flexion, I bet you're going to be shaking. Okay, if you are 100% convinced that you are as flexed at each segment actively as you were passively, then you can progress. First thing would be, see if you can lift one hand off the ground. When you do this, if your hands are set up closer together, it's easier. If they're set up further apart, it's harder. Another thing to keep in mind is that when you lift one hand off the ground, the opposite hand and the foot on the same side become your zones of support. So drive those into the ground. And if you really want a challenge, think about gluing your hands to the ground, glue your feet to the ground, and pull the floor together, hands to feet, feet to hands, and really get that maximum amount of anterior abdominal wall activation. Another way to progress is to put a band right at the level, the segment that you're having the hardest time creating motion and controlling it. So with the band there, a little bit of tension, you can go up into your maximum flexion and then see if you can maintain it as you come up. Regardless of your level, working on trying to make sure your spine can maximally flex and control all of that range is a great way to improve your spine health. Also a great way to get rid of those very dominant back extensors that tend to compress pelvis and low back. Have fun. Hi everyone. So if you liked this video and you want more free routines, classes, information on mobility and physical longevity, go to movement101.ca or click the first link below. And if you like videos like this and you want more, hit like, click subscribe, or make a comment below. I love hearing your feedback. I love hearing about what you want more of. Thanks for watching.